Mr. President, you told me during one of the debates that you would bring back waterboarding and a hell of a lot worse.
I would do what I would do. I want to keep our country safe. I want to keep our country safe.
What does that mean?
When they're shooting, when they're chopping off the heads of our people and other people, when they're chopping off the heads of people because they happen to be a Christian in the Middle East, when ISIS is doing things that nobody has ever heard of since medieval times, would I feel strongly about waterboarding? As far as I'm concerned, we have to fight fire with fire. Now, with that being said, I'm going with General Mattis. I'm going with my secretary because I think Pompeo is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to go with what they say. But I have spoken as recently as 24 hours ago with people at the highest level of intelligence, and I asked them the question, does it work? Does torture work? And the answer was yes, absolutely.
You're now the president. Do you want waterboarding?
I don't want people to chop off the citizens or anybody's heads in the Middle East, okay, because they're Christian or Muslim or anything else. I don't want, look, you are old enough to have seen a time that was much different. You never saw heads chopped off until a few years ago. Now they chop them off and they put them on camera and they send them all over the world. So we have that, and we're not allowed to do anything. We're not playing on an even field.
Mr. President, I want to ask you about refugees. You're about to sign a sweeping executive action to suspend immigration to this country.
Right.
Who are we talking about? Is this the Muslim ban?
We're talking about, no, it's not the Muslim ban, but it's countries that have tremendous terror, and it's countries that people are going to come in and cause us tremendous problems. Our country has enough problems without allowing people to come in who in many cases or in some cases are looking to do tremendous destruction.
Which
you look at
countries are we
what's
talking
happened,
about?
I have a whole list. You'll be very thrilled. You're looking at people that come in many cases, in some cases, with evil intentions. I don't want that. They're ISIS. They're coming under false pretense. I don't want that. I'm going to be the president of a safe country. We have enough problems. Now, I'll absolutely do safe zones in Syria for the people. I think that Europe has made a tremendous mistake by allowing these millions of people to go into Germany and various other countries, and all you have to do is take a look. It's a disaster what's happening over there. I don't want that to happen here. Now, with that being said, President Obama and Hillary Clinton and Kerry have allowed tens of thousands of people into our country. The FBI is now investigating more people than ever before having to do with terror. And it's from the group of people that came in. So look, our country has a lot of problems, believe me. I know what the problems are, even better than you do. They're deep problems. They're serious problems. We don't need more. We're going to have extreme vetting in all cases, and I mean extreme. And we're not letting people in if we think there's even a little chance of some problem. We are excluding certain countries, but for other countries we're going to have extreme vetting. It's going to be very hard to come in. Right now it's very easy to come in. It's going to be very, very hard. I don't want terror in this country. You look at what happened in San Bernardino. You look at what happened all over. You look at what happened in the World Trade Center. Okay, I mean, take that as an example.
Are you at all concerned? Are you at all concerned it's going to cause more anger among Muslims around the world?
There's plenty of anger right now. How can you have more?
You don't think it'll exacerbate the problem?
David, I mean, I know you're a sophisticated guy. The world is a mess. The world is as angry as it gets. Well, you think this is going to cause a little more anger? The world is an angry place. All of this has happened. We went into Iraq. We shouldn't have gone into Iraq. We shouldn't have gotten out the way we got out. The world is a total mess.
The president then takes us through the West Wing to show us the photos they already have on the walls.
And these are some of the pictures that were taken. This is the swearing in and the first dance with Melania. Here's a picture of the event. Here's a picture of the crowd. Now, the audience was the biggest ever, but this crowd was massive. Look how far back it goes. This crowd was massive. And I would actually take that camera and take your time if you want to know the truth.
I do want to ask you, Mr. President, about this photo right here. I saw this moment on Inauguration Day. I saw you put your hand on President Obama's back there.
Right.
As he boarded Executive One, no longer Marine One, What did you say to him? I saw you smiling.
There is a warmth. Look, if you see that picture, there is a warmth there. But that was an incredibly beautiful moment. And I've seen it over the years. I've seen the good and the bad. But the scene of that great machine turning on and lifting off, it was really something special.
He points to an image of his daughter, Ivanka, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, now a senior advisor to the president.
Is there any chance Ivanka might have an office right here in the White House?
Well, right now she is just getting settled, moved to Washington. Her husband, Jared, very, very smart, good guy.
We know he'll have a role. He has an office.
He does, and he has an office. We'll have to see what happens. She is a special person. She's smart, and she's got every quality you can possibly have. I don't rule out anything. No, there's certainly a possibility. And Jared has been here, and he's doing a great job.
And just before we leave, the president tells us he wants to show us just one more image.
One thing this shows is how far over they go here. Look how far this is. This goes all the way down here, all the way down. Nobody sees that. You don't see that in the pictures. But when you look at this tremendous sea of love, I call it a sea of love, it's really something special that all these people traveled here from all parts of the country, maybe the world, but all parts of the country. Hard for them to get here. Many of these people were the forgotten men and women, many of them. And they loved what I had to say. But more importantly, they're going to love the result.
Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
David.
Thank you.